Welcome to the Real Life Nuzlocke.
Each week, Christina and I will be going out in the world finding everything and anything Pokemon merchandise.
As requested by you guys, the Real Life Nuzlocke Nation, you've wanted to see some Geodude, but we're doing things a little bit differently this time. We are here outside of Michael's, the craft store, where Zach is going to have a budget of $30 to pick out something crafting material-wise that he thinks I can make something Geodude with.
What does Michael's have in store?
Find out now on this episode of Merchandise Madness.
Shabba!
I'm gonna find more Pokémon.
All right, what kind of crafting materials do you have in mind today?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Jordan's here, number 23. 6 championships. Can we get even one championship inside Michael's? The spirit of Christmas is alive and well before Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Don't at me. It's Christmas on November 5th. Let's find out right now. Elf on the Shelf?
Where? I already missed it. Oh, it was right at the entrance. Well,
This
there
is
you have
silly.
it. That's very silly.
Why just football? Why not
That's almost as
basketball?
silly as... No, they're all just really silly. Talk about representation.
Explain it.
That's representation, am I right?
Explain it.
It's representation.
In the comments, explain it.
Let's keep going.
Wrong answers only. Kris Kringle? Okay.
What? Oh, come on. This isn't the first time you've seen...
It absolutely is.
You've never seen a Black Santa before? It's a Black Santa. What's wrong with Black Santa?
This guy looks derpy.
He does.
Kris Kringle?
Yeah?
Guys, explain it.
Explain
Kris
what?
Kringle. Why is that his name? In the comments, wrong answers only.
So what do you have in mind? What do you have in store for me here?
Gray paint.
Gray paint, that's a very valid start.
Okay, gray paint.
But I won't say much, but keep in mind, you only
Gray paint.
You only have $30, so keep that
It's
in mind.
$5 for gray paint. That's a steal.
All right, if you say so. Let's keep going.
Back in my day, this cost $30. Gray paint. Now we have 2 gray
All right,
paints.
we'll pick one.
Okay, we'll go with this gray paint. The original gray paint.
All right, you're gonna do a canvas?
Hey, maybe.
Are you gonna do a 20 by 30? Because you're already over budget with the canvas a
How
little.
so?
Well, do you want it to be a painting? Do you want it to be, that's, what?
Look at how interesting this is.
It's a painter's knife?
This is a knife?
Or it's like a palette knife, yeah.
This is a knife? It looks like a spatula.
No, you use it to like mix.
This isn't a spatula?
No, like you go like this, like when you have paint on a palette. You,
Oh.
And then you could paint.
What if you
We
just go like
watched
this?
Bob Ross. We watched.
What about this?
No, that's not how it works.
It definitely is. Look at it.
We watched The
SpongeBob
Joy of
uses
Painting
this.
by Job Ross. Hello.
The job rocker.
We
The
watched-
job rocker.
You want to make a wax candle Geodude? Okay, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to read it.
There's better ways to read it than that.
Soy wax? No, we need real wax.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
use soy wax.
You got soy or
It's for
beeswax?
noobs.
That's the choice.
Wait,
What?
wax mold of gummy bears.
Yes.
This is amazing.
You like gummy bears?
Yeah, look at these guys.
They're little gummy bears. You can make
Get
little
some
wax
Haagen
guys.
Dazs.
Well, let's keep it moving, because you got to find something.
This is great.
But that's not Geodude. That's...
How do you know? This is my choice. You said you weren't going to say anything.
All right, I'll shut up.
It's your job to figure out what's to do with it.
Oh, God, why did I do this?
Isn't that the point of this
Yeah,
challenge?
This was a terrible idea.
Well, how so?
Because I've set myself up
Oh,
for
man.
failure here.
My favorite aisle.
The letters. Very good, Zachary. Great job. What are you doing? Oh, don't you dare. You. What's so funny about UF? There you go. I was like, what's UF?
Oof.
Oof. What are you doing? Oh,
What do you
you're
mean, what am I
finding
doing?
the-
I'm putting it back.
I thought you were looking for more letters. and I
No,
was not
I'm
prepared.
putting it back.
All right. Do your due diligence as a good citizen and consumer of craft. You got ideas? It's on sale, 60% off.
How much is it though?
60% off.
60% off what?
I have no idea.
How am I supposed to know if I want it? I don't know how much it is.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh shit.
A
This is like the
worthy
worst
base.
product in this entire.
It's definitely not great.
$29.99 for this?
Yep.
Kidding me? I'd give them 3.
Okay.
If I knew how much this was, I would consider getting it.
I won't say anything.
In the comments, how much is this, you think? 60% off what?
I don't know.
Great.
What?
I want the black one, but all the black ones have holes.
Why? You picked gray paint.
Okay, but it's not going to look as good on pink.
Gray, okay. A pumpkin, that's gonna be your base of your choice base here?
Yeah, it's a big circle.
Okay.
Plus, it's 60% off.
All right, that's fair. I really am quickly regretting the decision for this episode to have you pick all the crafting materials. Why? I don't know. I just, I don't know if I trust you.
How so? They call me Trustworthy McGee.
I'm sure they do.
Gundams?
What?
Why is this here?
Oh. I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Sometimes they have, because it's a model kit, so it's like, kids get to model things. Hey, Pokemon merch. But not the Pokemon merch that we need.
What if it was? Would
That
we
would
just
be-
drop this and then get the Geodude art case?
No, that would be too easy.
Would it be? I
Yes,
feel like that would be nuts.
it would be too
If there's
easy.
a Geodude art case, I'd buy that.
It's funny, because as we're walking around right now, like, I know exactly what I would get, but I see you walking past everything that I would have in mind. So this is going to be an
It's
interesting
because all that
challenge.
stuff is Trash Johnson.
No, it's...
It's literally Trash Johnson.
Okay, if you say so. Wooden dowels? What?
Why did you say it like that? This is like good stuff. You could definitely do something with this.
I'm sure I could.
It's like arms.
It's gonna look like... I'm just picturing Geodude with pin straight arms.
He stopped working out.
But they can't even
He
bend
came off
them.
the juice.
The poor man can't even bend.
Oh man, hold on.
More wooden dowels?
Will you stop? These are not circular though. These are cubish.
Very good.
They're all different sizes though.
You gotta have options.
But if you want it to be even though.
Then get the one with even sizes. I don't know if you're really gonna find much down this aisle. This is like the stuff that already, it's more just like play stuff.
That's why you never find the things you need because
I
you don't
do,
look. You
though.
don't do the deep looking.
I know this place too well. Why else do you think I have like just random
Only the fool
crafts?
thinks he knows it all.
I never said I knew it all, but I know when I'm coming here, I know what I'm looking for.
If you look with the open mind of a child, you find things you didn't know you needed.
Okay. Yarn. Am I gonna have to crochet something? Oh no. I'll have to remember how the hell to crochet again. Although, I'm not opposed to it. I used to knit. Those were the days. I don't remember how though. Look what you've done.
What is this?
It's yarn?
Is it free?
No.
It doesn't have anything on it.
The thing is right here.
Oh.
Nice try.
Okay. I guess we should get the blackaroonie.
Black.
Yeah, it's the easiest to do over.
To what?
To do over.
The do-over, what do you mean?
With the colors.
You want me to paint the yarn? Oh my God.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
You get gray yarn. God bless you. What am I gonna do with you right now? And you're picking this, I'm just gonna shut up.
What?
It's a you see how small, do you see how thin the yarn is? You know how long it's gonna take me for someone who's not a very good crocheter?
Well, where's the other yarn?
I will allow you to pick a yarn out, just pick something that's a bit thicker. Even here's just thicker, like this. This is thicker. That's a good option. This is even thicker. Take the yarn. That will not go in focus, please.
Okay.
Is that
This yarn
acceptable?
kinda
Can we
sucks, though.
compromise?
What about this yarn? That's too much money.
It's all about budgeting right now. I mean, this yarn is $4.99.
We already
so-
picked the yarn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we've got most of what we need.
Well, what are his eyes gonna look like?
Yarn. Yarn.
Yarn eyes, but you only have gray yarn. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So we've got a pumpkin. Do we still have the pumpkin? We do.
Yeah. $2 shirts.
Yep. The youth size. Gotta get them toddler shirts. More gray. Good. Love it. So far, so good. I guess. A tie-dye kit? I swear to God, like,
What?
I'm already trying to think about what I can possibly do. Okay.
$20.
Yeah. Well,
Why are these markers so expensive?
they're fabric markers.
What is this?
Fabric markers.
Okay, that should be helpful.
If you say so.
You don't think so?
What colors did you just get?
I don't know. Blue, pink, and purple?
In what world does Geodude have blue, pink, and purple?
They only have red, orange, yellow, and blue, pink, and purple. This is the only colors they have. Here's black.
Black is good.
Okay, we'll get this so we have black.
Okay. So what are you gonna do for his arms? So like, are you gonna get anything for the arms, or is that for me to just
I
figure
figure
out?
that's what the yarn is for.
He's gonna have noodles.
He does. They're arms.
So right now it looks like you want me to wrap the pumpkin in a t-shirt and then give him two yarn thread arms.
No, the t-shirt's for me.
What? Oh,
We have the paint.
what?
We have gray paint.
Oh, so we're just gonna paint the pumpkin. Okay. He's gonna be pumpkin textured instead of, oh boy.
Oh, there we go.
You know what would have been really cool?
What?
Like clay or pipe cleaners or foam.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wonder how you're doing on your budget here.
I think we're under 30. Almost this stuff is like $5.
Okay.
Thinking if we need anything else. Oh, this is some good stuff right
All right,
here.
show me what you've got right now.
We got yarn.
Okay, hold on, I'm coming around for this.
We got yarn. This thing.
Fabric
These markers. This paint.
Fabric paint.
This pumpkin.
Pink pumpkin.
This shirt fabric. And these things. These stickers. 20
Okay.
stickers.
All right. What are the black stickers, but black marker? Oh boy. All right.
But this is the fabric marker.
Yeah. On yarn. Okay. Yep.
Will you stop?
No, I'm not doing anything.
I'm trying to pick this up.
I'm doing nothing. You're doing great.
This was your idea.
Love you. All right, I think it's time for you to wrap up your excursion here. No, we don't need alcohol inks. I'm just gonna straight up say that
Why?
because we don't.
I don't know what any of this stuff does, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you
I
know.
think they know. I think you've made it very obvious.
I am not a visual artist.
No, but that's okay.
I'm an artist of the spoken word. Oh, here we go.
What the fuck are we gonna do? Okay, you know what? It's great. Good job. Proud of you.
$7 for clothespins?
They're white clothespins.
That makes them worth $7?
I guess so.
Hold on a second.
It's for Christmas ornaments.
It's only $1.
Okay.
Could probably do something with this.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll get some of these.
Okay.
Another part of the challenge is Christina has to implement all of these things into whatever
Oh,
she's
no.
doing.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's wrap it up soon because.
Oh, hold on.
What the actual fuck are you doing?
Will you stop and just let me cook?
Okay.
Just let me cook.
All right. Can you explain to me how you claim to not understand the young kids' language, but then you just said, "Let me cook"?
Because I'm a chef. Who do you think invented that?
Then why do I make dinner every night?
Because if you're good at something, never do it for free.
All right. Let's wrap this up.
I'm still looking for things. You said you wanted to do this, and now I'm having fun. Now you're trying to cage me.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
It's fondant. This is baking goods.
Wait, what?
This is food coloring and fondant for cakes.
Oh, I got excited with all
I'm
the
putting my
colors.
foot down on that one.
I got excited with all the colors, though. Look
Sure
at this
you
guy,
did.
though.
Nice. I literally feel like I'm following a child around a store right now.
Will you stop?
It's not a bad thing. It's just great.
This is probably useful.
I'm sure it is. Okay. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a cursed Geodude. Absolutely
so?
cursed.
How so?
Just with what you have me working with, it's gonna be cursed.
Okay, one more thing.
Okay.
It's back where we started, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Ink pads.
I don't know if we have the right colors.
I don't know if we have the right anything to make a Geodude.
Will
at
you
this
stop? Oh, here we go.
All right, what you got? Pencils to draw on my fabric with?
Will you stop?
I'm just asking. I don't know what you want from me.
I feel like this is the last piece of the puzzle.
All right, if you say so, champ.
Okay. I feel comfortable that with all these things, Christina can make Geodude.
That makes one of us feeling comfortable with it.
We got a great base, and then we got a great team around it to support it.
Oh, sure do.
We got white pencil, hooks, 20 stickers. What's this deal? Fabric pens, gray paint, gray yarn, these two cuppy things, this pumpkin, the gray t-shirt.
Are you proud of
Combined?
yourself?
Yeah. Come on, let's see if this came in under $30.
All right. 'cause
Pre-tax.
If it didn't, then you have to be prepared to let something go.
No, we need every piece of this to
No.
even begin to do Geodude.
Under $30.
Okay, we're gonna find out.
All right. Let's go.
Right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we had to keep it under $30, and because the legendary pink pumpkin was on clearance and there was no tag and they didn't want to deal with your boy and your girl and your world, it came out to $26.32 post-tax. So now the second half of this, we're gonna see what can Christina do with the bountiful goods I have provided her. We're gonna find out right now.
Well, all I can say is Zach is not making this an easy project for me, but we're gonna get it done. So anyway, the pink pumpkin is now gray as a start because I need it to dry, but this Geodude is gonna happen. It might not be a great Geodude, but it's gonna happen. Zach, what have you done to me? It's gonna happen. And Lou is gonna be here to help. So as a reminder, here's what I have to work with. We've got pink pumpkin, which is now gray pumpkin, thanks to the wonderful paint that Zach picked out, very high quality stuff. And then we've got Christmas ornament hooks, gray yarn. This I will be using a lot of. Black stickers. I don't know why he had to go with black. Fabric markers, also black, because there's so many black elements on Geodude. And then we've got a white pencil, and then these guys. He literally got cake icing decorating tips. Just let that sink in for a second. So it's going to be an interesting project, but I'm confident that I can figure it out. I will allow myself my trusty hot glue gun to help get the job done, because I genuinely don't know if it's possible without it. But that's the only other thing I'll be using. So anyway, while my paint is drying, I'm going to start on the eyes, I guess. Lou is going to be here to help, so if you hear random things falling in the background, that's probably him. Here we go. So I'm going to start heating up my hot glue gun, and we're going to hope and pray that Lou doesn't keep trying to bite the wire. So I'm going to get that warmed up as much as it'll warm up. And let's start with the eyeballs. So I'm gonna use, let me get that down so I don't make a mess on my table here. So I guess I'm just gonna use these, and I'm gonna hope that the white pencil covers them up, so that way I can kind of make the eyeballs in reverse. So the black will obviously serve as the pupils, and then I'm gonna just draw around them. And just maybe, it's a good material, so I think it's gonna cover, but there's no guarantee. A little test strip. Oh, you can't see that. It works. All right, it's time to get coloring. So I'm probably gonna use like 2 or 3 stickers per eyeball because I wanna make sure that the eyes are really big and he doesn't just have these tiny little dots for eyes. And the pumpkin is pretty big, so it's gonna be a pretty sizable Geodude, especially once I get the arms in place. That I have yet to figure out what I'm gonna do. I think my best bet is to use the wire hooks and just kind of create an arm base and then hope that I have enough yarn to not only wrap the Geodude from like the body, but then also wrap the arms so he's actually got gray arms. He's really making me think on this one, more than I would like to, but that's the magic of Merch Madness, and this was my idea, so I have to own up to it. All right, so I'm gonna cut these stickers out and I'm gonna try to get the shape of his eyes down. So I just cut out a rough eye shape for our angry dude here. It's not perfect. None of it's going to be. But I actually don't need as many of these as I thought. I can probably get away with like maybe 2, probably 3 just to play it safe. So I'm going to stick these together. I might have to hot glue them just to guarantee that they're actually going to stay. But if I kind of just put them on top of each other and try to get like as much surface area in one piece as I can, then I should be able to cut out an eye shape that looks convincing enough. I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to try to put in some pupils somehow, some way. And then once my pumpkin is dry, I can start wrapping it in felt, and I'm going to have to make it like textury, so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet because I already painted it and I don't really have the tools to like carve out the bumps naturally in the pumpkin. So we'll figure that out as we go. All right, there's one eye. I've got 2 eyes. There they are. Time for pupils. And I'm just gonna make pupils out of more of this and hot glue them right in the center. I'm gonna attach them to the, oh, the amount of times I'm gonna burn my fingers for this, I just know it. It's this one, okay. Burning your fingers with hot glue is kind of inevitable, but it's worth it for the sake of the art. Okay, now I just have to draw little reflective bits and the eyes will be done. And I'm really doing my best here. Like, I'm not just trying to half-ass this just to get it over with. Like, I want to do my best. So, eyes. Here's my pumpkin. This is the Geodude base. And for reference, here are the eyes. Very menacing, very scary. So I'm going to wrap this entire pumpkin in this yarn. I feel like the best way to get the like rocky texture, he's pretty spherical actually, with the exception of his eyebrows and his little like head ridge. I didn't even think about just how big his arms are. They are essentially half the size of his head each, if not like bigger. So maybe I'll have to use like balls of paper so I have something to use, because otherwise I can't just make like 2 balls for the hands. That would take up my entire bit of yarn. I also am thinking like maybe I should carve the pumpkin a little bit, like really like sculpt and mold it with a knife. But I'm afraid if I mess that up, then I'm just completely fucked for the rest of the project. You know what? How much worse could it get? I'm gonna try my hand at carving the pumpkin and we're gonna see what happens. And if it's absolutely terrible, we're just gonna fill back in the spots with paper and call it a day. And then to make use of the markers a little bit more, I'm using it to mark out, ooh, please be careful, there's a knife and some wires over here. And to to make sure that I know exactly where I need to carve, I'm going to use my fabric markers to mark it all out. So technically, even if I don't use it for the arms, which I still think I am, I've got use of the markers, so I can check that one off the list. Problem is I need 3 hands right now. I know where the eyes have to go. I know where the mouth is gonna go. Now I just gotta do the eyebrow ridges and the forehead ridges, and that should hopefully make a convincing enough Geodude shape. And then I have to risk cutting a finger off trying to carve it out with a knife that is definitely not sharp enough to do so with, but it's all I got because I can't find my X-Acto knife, and I don't know if I would want to cut it out with something as sharp as an X-Acto knife anyway. So it's gonna be great. That makes it easy to mark out where the arms are gonna go, having 2 markers. So we got the eyebrows, we've got the mouth, we've got the head ridge, somewhat. It's not gonna be a great head ridge, but it's the interpretation that counts. It is time to get carving. Lord help my fingers. I also really hope that this pumpkin is solid all the way through. I didn't even think about that. If not, we'll figure it out. But I think it'll be okay. My fingers, on the other hand, I don't know. We trust the process. I'm gonna keep telling myself that until we get all the way through this whole project. Okay. All right. I think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna get carving, and I will catch back up with you guys when I'm done, because this is gonna take a while. Good news. I found my X-Acto knife and my favorite knife. So I think this process will go by a little bit quicker, but it is working. And it's so tough that the blade just fell out. The knife is the way to go. And then I can come back and do like details with this thing. I need that jagged rockiness. So let's try the big knife. Okay, actually this is the way to go. All right, we're gonna continue with this knife. Okay, so carving is going great so far. It's coming along, but I did just notice that it is not fully solid throughout. So I gotta be careful with how deep I go. Nope, Lou, you gotta hop down, buddy. Come on. He climbs on things he shouldn't be climbing on, like the table. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I just can't go super deep with the carving, or else I'll just have a big hole in Geodude. But at least now I know, and I didn't totally mess it up. Just gotta be careful. So I'm still carving. It's gonna take forever, but please take this moment to appreciate Lou making biscuits behind me. He's such a good chef. My arms are actually getting exhausted from holding this, but I'm almost done with the carving process. And then my plan is going to be to paint this thing all gray again, so that when I do wrap it, it's going to... So when I do wrap it, none of the pink is gonna stick through, and it'll look mostly uniform. But here's what I got so far, and I went essentially as deep as I could go at any given moment. But we've got the eyes, and then I carved in the eyes so that I could have the elevated eyebrows, the forehead ridge above the elevated eyebrows there. Underneath the mouth has a bit of a carve so you can get that part that goes over the lip, and in the corners of the head, so there's at least a little bit of rockiness to him. This is exhausting. All this time, who knew? I didn't go to the gym just to lift and look good. I go to the gym so that I can carve out a very thick styrofoam Geodude. It's really laborious, but oddly enough, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the pumpkin was not a terrible idea. But don't tell Zach I said that, because I can't give him the satisfaction of knowing that he made a good choice in the crafting department. So we'll just keep that our little secret, okay? That took a long time, like an hour, but I did it. Here he is so far. I think the vision is starting to come together a little bit. I'm a mess. The floor is a mess. I'm gonna come in hot with the vacuum when I'm done here. My arms are so tired. I can't get over how hard that was. Whew, yeah. I'm gonna just dust this thing off, cover it all with a coat of gray, and then I will pick up again tomorrow with the yarn, the arms, and putting it all together and calling it there. So I just painted the whole thing gray. It covered very nicely. You can kind of see the vision now. It's coming together. Lou has been a really great help this whole time. I could kind of make most of the fist out of this, and then the rest I'll just wrap in paper and tape until it's big enough to actually assemble the fist. And of course, the most important part of all is we have Lou, my wonderful assistant, who's gonna help me get everything done for the rest of today. So everyone thank Lou. We wouldn't be able to do this without him. So I've got a lot of these. It's not ideal. In fact, I'm gonna have to kind of like unbend all of these and then rebend them back into shape. But I think they'll actually work well, and they're a pretty weak wire. So I've got my wire bending little pliers here, and I guess I'll just start wrapping them around and around and around until I feel like it's thick enough to be able to support the arms and fist, which are not gonna be heavy. It's not gonna be heavy, but it's not gonna be light either. So I just need to kind of, I don't know. I got plenty to work with, so I think I'll figure this one out. I'm telling you, as this project comes along, it's still probably not gonna look great, but I do think that I am getting a little bit more confident that it's not gonna look absolutely terrible. Still no thanks to Zach and his choice of materials for me to use, but it's gonna work. Okay, so I am wrapping now. And it's probably gonna take a long time because this little tiny bit has taken kind of forever. So that's gonna be fun, but I also think it's gonna look kind of nice when it's done. This seems to be the final phase. Then I'll put on the eyes. I'll see if I can put any details in place. Now we wrap. Okay, it took about 10 hours from start to finish to make this Geodude. And as a reminder, we had a pumpkin, yarn, paint, stickers, 2 fabric markers, a white pencil, and some tops to icing. There we go, an icing. My brain is not working right now. Icing tips. But here he is, in all his Geodude crafty glory. So yeah, that took a long time, but I think it was also quite worth it in the end. He's got his texture on his head, he's got his mouth, he's got a little bit of everything. There he is. Now I just gotta wait for Zach to come home to show him, and yeah, that was a lot of work. What do you think?
The unstoppable Geodude.
How did I do?
No one's ever been able to defeat him.
I just did.
This looks exactly like Geodude.
That's the point.
You did a pretty bang-up, satisfactory job, if I do say so myself.
Satisfactory.
7 out of 10.